Alright, it's part 3 of Andrew Goes to the US and buys all the good video games that there's none left for anyone else. No, I left a few, I think. No, so anyway, last time we were looking through this Dreamcast box, which was apparently filled with a whole bunch of games, and I hadn't accounted for that when I started going through the paper box, so things kind of went a bit over time. But anyway, we're going to continue this right now. Now, this box is actually kind of funny, because it contains a whole bunch of Japanese games that I bought for $1, because they were in like a $1 bin of Japanese games. And I just bought some of the really funny ones, like things that you never really saw come to North America. And I also bought Madden NFL 2001 because it came with the cool book. It has like all the information in it and stuff. So I thought that was pretty neat. I guess there's a few other extra things in here too. Okay, so let's see. So right here, we've got shogi. So it's kind of like Japanese chess. So that's something that you never would have seen come to North America. We've got a whole bunch of crazy things, like I said. Let's see. Fortunately, I'm not going to be reading every single name because I can't read every single name. And even if I could, I'm not going to try reading every single name. So look, that's like printer program for your PlayStation 2. I mean, they had everything in Japan. Like, you have like, you can watch like movies on it. I mean, look on the back. It's like, it's absolutely crazy. Just things that you never saw come here. I don't even know what this one is. Third year what? There's like maybe a dating simulator? I don't even know. I really don't know. It's just absolutely awesome. Just some really, really funky things. There's some other really funny ones in here too. Yeah, look it. It's iToy Play 2. It's really kind of a funny contrast to the North American one. So I really wanted to pick that up. Yeah, we also have iToy Play number 1. I just kind of wanted to compare how different they were to the North American ones. Like, what even? Like, it shows like some like stock market stuff on the back. Like, I don't even know. Like, what on earth were they releasing for PlayStation 2 in Japan? No wonder it was so popular. It wasn't even games. It was like, check the stock market and print off your homework on your PlayStation 2. And this one right here, ATV Off-Road Fury. This isn't even part of the rest of them. This one has a 99-cent thing on it for some reason. Let's see, this one right here. This says $4.95. That's not what I paid for it. It's like German, the Da Vinci Code. Sacrilege. Sacrilege. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. No idea what's up with this one. Looks like sort of like a messaging service of some kind. I don't know. And the last one we got here. This is the weirdest one of all. It's funny I picked this one out. It's a Japanese game about American trivia. it's like American trivia challenge. It's just like the funkiest thing. It's like I'm like lost for words. It's like I can't believe they had games like this. It's just so funny. Like just so many weird Japanese games that never came out here because obviously. I mean, a game about American trivia. I mean, why wouldn't they bring that here? It's just really weird. It's just really weird. Let's see, what else is in this one? We got one more game here, and that is Sega GT 2000. Now, this is the one without Jet Set Radio Future, and apparently that's not the easiest thing to find. Now, I know I saw it a few times in the US, although it's interesting. It's just one of those things where it seems super rare in Canada. And then I went to the US and I saw it like 500 times. There's another game we're going to come along to in the near future. And that also follows that same kind of rule set where I thought it was like super rare. And then I went to the US and I found it like 500 times. Let's see if we can get all of these back in here nicely within like 2 minutes. Because I need more couch room. So it would be great to be able to like kind of put this off to the side and just forget about it. Should I cut this part? Now, let's think. What can I talk about while I'm trying to organize this? One thing that I did forget to mention, I'll probably have to make like a bigger announcement about this or something like that, is that a lot of people definitely want me to do a new room tour. A lot of people who have found my videos recently have also found my old room tour, which is the featured video on my channel page. So if you want to check that out, if you haven't, just click my channel and then go to like the feature tab or whatever it's called these days. I'm pretty sure that the YouTube channel layout's changing like daily, so I have no idea what it's like right now. But yeah, I will be doing a new room tour in the near future, I promise. After I get all of this stuff organized and put away, and I do a bit more cleaning up, there definitely will be a new one at some point, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, alright, I'll put that off to the side there, and that was everything in the Dreamcast box. Now, we can get back to everything that was in this paper box, because that is where the Dreamcast box originally came from. So right here, in this bag, I have Mario Story, which is actually the Japanese version of Paper Mario, and I'm actually quite interested in giving this a shot, because I actually love Paper Mario, and I might just play through it in Japanese just for the heck of it. Let's see, I have some more sports games here, but don't worry, that's not all that's in this box. I'm actually doing the sports games now, so that we can get to the good stuff later. And these are more of those ones that are not the same. I did not pay the price that it shows on them, trust me. It says NBA 2K3, NHL 06, ESPN 2K5, ESPN NFL 2K5, ESPN NHL 2K5. See, that's the stupid thing right here. Like, let's look at this. 2 NHL 2005s, one by EA, one by ESPN. I mean, it's not needed. It's just so stupid. That's why I hate sports games so much, because they just take over like the video games. And I mean, you want to get a nice collection, but I mean, man, it means you have to buy like all 500 sports games, which is why I took the opportunity when I had it to just get them for as cheap as I possibly can. And then you have NHL Face-Off 2001, which is probably another kind of sub-series of NHL games. ESPN NBA 2K5, NHL 2004, NCAA Football 2005, and this one right here, Buzz Jr. RoboJam. Pretty neat. I have actually not played any of the Buzz games, despite the fact that I have the complete set to play it. Should invite my friends over one time and play that. And this right here is the flyer for that store vintage stock I was talking about, where you get buy two, get one free games, buy one, get one free game cards, sports cards, books, stuff like that, and a whole bunch of other really awesome deals that I took massive advantage of throughout the trip. So you got a few more games here. We've got Enter the Matrix, NBA 06, NBA Live 2005, NBA Live 2004, can't see it because my thumb was on it, and 2003. So there we go. That should be all the sports games in this box, with the exception of the Super Nintendo ones. I mean, man, just when you thought it was over, this comes back to bite you again. I mean, that's the thing, and it seems like it's never ending. It would be a lot more fun to collect for consoles if there wasn't so many boring sports games out there. Let's see, what is this one even called? I can't see it. Nolan Ryan's Baseball. And we've got Brunswick World Tournament Champions. And we've got Bill Lambier's Combat Baseball. Either way, it's fighting in baseball. So I mean, in basketball, sorry. So that should be a bit more interesting than just normal NBA 2000X. Or 1990X, and then NBA All-Star Challenge. So there we go. No more sports games in that box. We can actually get to some good things now, which is awesome. Because the good things are, I'm sure, why everyone is watching this video, not so that you can see all of the versions of NBA, NHL, NFL, and MLB. We're actually going to be moving on to some NES games now. As like I said earlier, there's quite a few NES games I picked up on this trip. First one is Pac-Man. Now, the interesting thing about Pac-Man is that there's actually like 3 different versions of it for NES. I just kind of pulled that out of there. Like, see, we have this one, and they're all listed on my list as different games. So, that was actually the last version of Pac-Man that I needed. Now, no more, because, I mean, Pac-Man's not even my favorite game. So, I mean, 3 versions of it is enough. Next game, Paperboy 2. I've actually never seen this one before, and I'm actually quite like Paperboy 1. It's a pretty funny game. Fisher-Price, Firehouse Rescue, and Mickey's Safari in Letterland, which is actually, like, all these games are games I've never really seen before around here. I mean, when I went to the US, I mean, I just found so many things I'd never seen. I mean, all these NES games, if I had seen them at home, I obviously would have bought them. So, I was just shocked to see so many games I'd never seen before. This one's kind of freaky. You got Ghost Lion. Not quite sure what that game's about. Nightshade. This is one of those where I'm pretty sure it's my fault that I don't have this, because every time I saw this, I'm sure I've seen it before, and I always thought I had it. Because, I mean, I'm really good at remembering what NES games I have. I mean, I have almost 700 now, so I mean, it's really getting up there. And every once in a while, I make a mistake, thinking that I have a game that I actually don't. I guess I was kind of confusing it with, like, Knight Rider or something like that. No, but Knight Rider starts with a K. There must have been something else I was confusing it with. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, let me see, actually, one second. Maybe Knight Rider doesn't start with a K. I had never actually watched this show. Or does Knight Rider... Oh, Knight Rider does start with a K. I'm actually just looking for it on the shelf here. Just like last time when we watched Andrew put away that thing in the box, let's watch Andrew look for Knight Rider on the shelf. There it is! I said... Anyway, I just really wanted to find it because I was worried for a second that it was for some reason on the shelf. Or I didn't have it and my list was wrong or something. Anyway, yeah, Nightshade is one of those games where I always thought I had it for some reason, so I never really got it whenever I saw it. And I was smart enough to check my list, and luckily I got it. And then one more game here. Star Trek, The Next Generation. There's a few more NES games in here. Oh, this is an interesting one. The Legend of Zelda. So, I mean, it's like, Andrew, why the heck are you buying The Legend of Zelda? And that's because the versions of the game that had the gray cartridge were only ever released in the United States. So I've never actually seen this version of it before. I have the gray cartridge version of Zelda 2. Although I've never seen it before of Zelda 1, so I picked it up just because I thought it was really cool. Let's see, what else we got here? Oh yes, this one right here. Super Spike V-Ball and Nintendo World Cup. This is actually the game that goes in that sports set. Now it's funny, I've only ever seen this game once in Canada. So I thought it was like super rare. I mean, I'm pretty sure it only came bundled with the sports set. And I mean, I've never seen the sports set here in Canada. So maybe it was never even released in Canada or something like that, which is why it seems so rare here. So I bought a second one, actually, because the one that I currently have on the shelf, it's not in very good shape. So I bought a second one, and then coincidentally I came across the sports set, so now it works out well. So I have one to put in the box, and one to put on the shelf so that I can play it if I ever want to, even though I have these two games separately on the shelf anyway. There's that, and then one more game, Defenders of Dynatron City, which is another game I had never seen here in North America before. So yeah, it's a few more NES games there. And that's not the end of them. We will see more NES games, I promise. So for everyone who loves NES like me, it's not over yet. There's still quite a few more. Trust me on that. Anyway, that is it for another one of the paper boxes. Now, instead of working on the third paper box, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start working on a few of the bags. Now, I have a whole bunch of bags over here that are just like, you know, the generic white bags that you go to the store, and they have a whole bunch of stuff in them too. So let's see what we got in there. We have NHL 99. The box is a bit mushed, although the game is in there with the manual, all complete, for 99 cents. So I picked that up. I picked up Myst for the 3DO, and it says 20 bucks at the bottom, although that's just one of those generic stickers. That's not actually what I paid for it. The box, unfortunately, is a bit mushed, although it does have the game, and the game is in very nice shape. And Myst is actually a game I've always kind of wanted to try. I mean, I'm kind of a fan of text adventure games. So yeah, here we go. I think I might actually play it on the 3DO. It'll give me a reason to play that thing. No, I mean, there are a few decent games on the 3DO, but not a massive amount. What else we got in here? We got, just as a joke, since I love Universal Studios, I picked up the Universal Studios Theme Park Adventure. That should be interesting to go through. I picked up iToy Play 2. The only reason I really picked this one up is because I saw it one place for 15 bucks, and I saw it another place for 2. So, I mean, if it was worth 15 bucks, and I got it for 2, I mean, I got a really good deal. Although that other place might just have been a bit overpriced, but I mean, I saw it for like 15 and 10 in more than one place, so I think I got a good deal on it. This one right here, this looks like an interesting game. Ribbit King. It was 4 bucks, although it came with both discs, and I'm guessing I'm probably never going to get a better deal on the game that comes with 2 discs, and the chances of finding it at like a thrift store with both discs complete probably isn't too easy. I mean, it didn't have the manual, but it's still cool. I have absolutely no idea what this game is about, but it should be interesting to check out. One other thing in here is Hikaru no Go DVD number 4. Now, I've actually never seen a Hikaru no Go DVD ever. And it's one of those cases that for some reason has those extra clips on the side just so it doesn't accidentally open up. And that's all in there. So it was cheap, so I picked it up just because I absolutely love the anime, and make sure we clip it shut so it doesn't accidentally open and fly out somewhere and like hit someone in the eye. And the last thing in there is the Ultra Racer controller. Now this is interesting. It says $6.97. That was actually underneath another price sticker, which was $1.99, and it's funny because they actually had one that wasn't boxed for $4.99, so I'm not sure what sense that exactly makes. But anyway, it looks like a pretty interesting controller. And for the price I paid, complete in the box, I was quite happy with it. Now, one other thing actually was in the bag, and that's Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Now, I accidentally bought this even though I already have it, which is really stupid. I mean, it hurts to buy games that you already have. For some reason, I really thought I didn't have it for GameCube. And I was like, I could go get the list, but the van was like parked like 5 minutes away. So, I mean, I didn't want to run over and run and go get it. So I bought it, and I unfortunately did have it. But now I have an extra case. I can kind of take the sticker off and hopefully clean it up a bit. I can like use it to replace one of my GameCube games that isn't in such a nice case. But overall, I mean, it sucks to buy games that you already have by accident. Would have been worth the 5 minutes. I guess it would have been like 5 minutes even. It's like 10 minutes to go get that list. So I wouldn't have spent $2 I didn't need to spend, which could have gone towards another game. But oh well. Because I like the Tony Hawk games, which is why I was willing to pay like more than just $1 for it. But I mean, I have it on Xbox and stuff, but for some reason I thought I didn't have it for GameCube. Darn it. Anyway, so that was the end of that paper box, and there's one bag. Yeah, the bags aren't super full. I mean, some of them are more full than others, but they're all going to vary a bit. Let's see, so 16 minutes. Probably going to be like one more video after this at the rate I'm going. Anyway, let's see here. A few more NES games in this bag. We have Cliffhanger. Fortunately, the label's coming up a bit. Although, luckily it's still in, like, very nice shape with the exception of that, so if I glue it back down, it will actually look very nice. Although I don't know exactly what type of glue is the best to use for things like that, like white glue or, like, crafting glue. Like, I'm actually not quite sure. I might have to look that up. Because, yeah, if I glue that down, overall, the game is in very nice shape. So I'll try to keep that nice. In Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, and this is the Taito version. There are actually 2 versions of this game, the exact same name, exact same label, same type of cartridge and everything, but one was made by Taito and one was made by, I want to say Ubisoft. I'm pretty sure it's Ubisoft. And the funny thing is they're completely different games, even though everything about it looks exactly the same on the cartridge. So one of the versions down and one more to go and find now. What else is in here? We have Rayman Brain Games. We have Battle Hunter. And we have some DVDs, which are actually really funny. My sister and I, we watch a lot of really old DVDs together. Because we find older shows, they're really funny. And one of those shows we love to watch is Mega Man, the original series. We had the first season on DVD. And the second season on the internet goes for like $50. It's ridiculous. And we've never been able to find it anywhere for a good price. So we never really bought it for $50. So for like $5 I came across it at one of these awesome stores called Disc Replay. Now Disc Replay, I mean, it sounds like a place that carries like music CDs and stuff, but they had all sorts of vintage stuff, like NES games and stuff like that, and their prices are super fair. They're charging like half of what other places I went to charge. So I got the second half of the original series of the Mega Man show, and I can't wait to give this a watch. Because it's just hilarious. I mean, it's not even just like the show, it's like interesting. I mean, it's just funny to see some of the bad animation and stuff like that. I know, I find stuff like that hilarious. Overall, I can't wait to give that a watch with my sister because she loves stuff like that too. Along with that, we also found Mega Man Upon a Star, which is actually a completely different Mega Man series. And it's completely different. I have no idea. I've never watched this Mega Man series before, so it'll be interesting to check that out. Let's see, 2 more things in this bag. Are actually 2 GameCube games that I didn't just buy for the sake of adding to the collection. They're actually GameCube games I've wanted for quite a while, and those are F-Zero GX, and one I really wanted for a while, Mario Power Tennis. Now, I talked in another video about you never know if you want to pass on a game, because you might not come across it later. So I came across Mario Power Tennis. The case wasn't in the nicest shape, and the disc was pretty scratched up. But although I really wanted it, and around here, people charge like ridiculous prices for this game, so I had never picked it up here. Well, I passed on it. So luckily, I came across it again later for like $3 less. Case is in very nice shape, and everything is in it, and in very nice shape. Disc is like mint condition. So I can't wait to play that. Mario Tennis is very fun to play with your friends. We played the 64 one all the time, so now I have the GameCube one to play as well. There we go. That's one more bag down. And should I go on or should I not? I think that's all I'm going to do for this video. I mean, video has been very varying in length. Although, I think I might actually have enough for 2 more videos if I end off now. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Or else I'm going to have like a weird like 35-minute video or something like that. Anyway, I think that's all I'm going to do for this video. So thanks for watching. Hopefully there was quite a few interesting things in this one. I still can't talk. I mean, I know there's still a lot of sports throughout everything, but I mean that's what I said. There's a real balance of everything. Like if I had separated it like I said I was thinking of, all the PlayStation 2 and Xbox games would have been like 20 minutes of just like NBA, NFL. So I think the kind of mishmash way I'm doing it, it's pretty nice. So hopefully it's working out, and hopefully everyone is enjoying it. So yeah, I think that's going to be all for this video, and stay tuned for part number 4. So see you later.